Hi, I'm Dr. Francesca Zampollo, and this is a food design service review. Okay, so I am at the Bauhaus Cafe. There are instructions on how to pet the animals, how to give them food. You have the names of all the dogs, and there are dogs everywhere, small and big and huge. It's just crazy. There's people coming in with their own dog. So if you have your own dog and if you want him to hang out with other dogs, you bring him here. The drinks are a bit expensive. One cup of tea, 7,000 won, which is more or less $6. So it is a bit expensive. But I guess that, you're also paying for the guy who's always here just looking at the dogs. He's not serving anybody, he's just looking after the dogs and everything is under control. And you're paying for caring for the dogs, I guess. I would be interested in knowing where the dogs come from. If people bought them or if they are maybe rescued. But there's no information like that around here. And if there are information, they're in Korean, so I'm not sure. To review these services, I will be using the 6 propositions of the experience-centric service. Series of cues. I guess there are 2 ways to look at it. There are either none or there are infinite. And infinite and unpredictable. I guess the cues here are really given by the dogs themselves. And whatever they want to do, whatever happens, happens. So there could be many very enjoyable moments throughout your experience that mark the beginning, the middle, and the end. Sensory design. Again, being an animal-themed cafe, the sense of smell here is very delicate, but it smells great in here. I mean, you can tell there are dogs, and there are dogs, but it smells pretty good. Everything is clean. Yes, there are a few dog hairs around, but it smells great. It doesn't smell like coffee, it doesn't smell like food. It smells like clean, I have to say. Taste. The food or the drinks actually are nothing special. Hearing. It is quite noisy and the music is loud. To me it's a bit too loud. Maybe for other people it's fine. Touch. Awesome. You get to touch the dogs, you get to cuddle them, you get to be with them. That's good. Smell. Good. It doesn't smell like dogs. It doesn't smell like poo or pee, which is always good. It doesn't smell like food. So, good and bad. If we think in terms of sight and food, nothing special. This is what you get. Sight in terms of environment, it's not that good. The furniture, you see, it's green and beige and the furniture is all eaten by dogs, which is cute, I think. The walls are boring on this side with posters, I don't know. A few pictures on the other side. I think a lot more could be done to the environment to make it special. It lacks natural light, I think. That would be good. It's all artificial, it's all closed, there's a small window which is at the entrance where we came in. Yeah, in terms of environment, we had an incident that is pee on the floor, but the guys were after it in no time. No time at all. It already smells like detergent from here. Engaging customers. Well, from the service staff, from the employees, not at all, nothing, almost nothing. But again, I don't want to think about dogs as employees, I just want to think of them as part of the environment, so we don't count them as the elements that should create engagement for the customers. Dramatic structure. Was there a rising point, a climax, and a slope going back down? Kind of. Again, I think the climax could be unpredictable if the dogs themselves provide a climax, because for some reason you have very special interaction with one or many of them, then I think that might be your climax. I guess that if you buy the treats and you give them to the dogs, that might be your climax because you have the attention of all the dogs. You can take lots of wonderful pictures. Otherwise, it could be a few climaxes, it could be none. This is my favorite dog ever. That's how it sits. Is the presence of fellow customers managed not purposefully. Again, there could be unpredictable positive moments happening. Maybe a fellow customer is having a particular relationship experiences or moment with a dog, and you can capture that in a photo. You can talk and discuss and hang out, but nothing really designed specifically for me to engage with other customers. And backstage, front stage relationship, again, we don't really know. Nothing really special, I guess. One thing that is sure here is that the food really goes unseen, unnoticed. The food is the drinks actually, it's just drinks, are quite expensive and nothing really special about them. There are tea, there are smoothies, there are juices, and they come in disposable cups. It's not really, the food is not emphasized, the food is not the point here, and it is expensive. You come here to hang out with dogs and to get a bunch of cute Instagram pictures. So we just noticed that the dogs kind of rotate. Once in a while they take away a few dogs and they put a few new ones, I guess the hungry ones, I don't know. So that's good, so the dogs don't get extra bored, I guess, or extra fed by people. So overall, what are the best points of Bauhaus Cafe? I think the sensory design part, because you get to hang out with dogs and you get to cuddle them and touch them and be with them. So all your senses are stimulated in that sense. And probably the dramatic structure, but that is completely unpredictable. If you're lucky enough, you're going to have an excellent climax and this experience is going to be memorable. Now, this being my first experience in a dog cafe, I loved it. It wasn't incredibly special, but it was good. It was quite fun. So overall, good. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you're interested in food design, you might be interested in the Online School of Food Design. The online school with online courses that will give you the tools to become a food designer tomorrow. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and feel free to click on subscribe to never miss another video on food design. Thank you for watching and happy food design!